You can look at pretty much any professional athlete and you're gonna see something similar between all of them. And not just professionals, but just good athletes at like your local LA Fitnesses and things like that. Whether it's been the NFL, the NBA, track, or dunking as I'm talking about right now, every single athlete has this quality, and that is why they are successful in a large degree. And you're like, oh, how could it be so simple? But it really is. The main thing that drives all of these people is obsession. Now, particularly with what they're obsessed with doesn't matter. But what does matter is that they are obsessed. So if you look at someone like myself, for instance, I came from being obsessed with jumping since I was a little kid. So I played volleyball because jumping. I played basketball because jumping. I did a little bit of track in high school because jumping. And then after, I took it even more serious and I deleted everything that was not just strictly jumping, which is the sport of dunking. And obviously there's some track activities too. And although obsession is not the sole thing that made them good, it's the thing that fueled them to do whatever it took to be good. So what you'll see between all the professional dunkers and people who jump high is that we've all jumped a ton. And you'll be like, well, duh. Obviously, that is what works well because you're practicing what you're going to do. But we didn't just do it.
Jump squats. Stand with your feet a little wider than your shoulders and your feet turned out just slightly. Okay. Squat down, push your buttocks back and your arms forward. Prepare for the jump by cocking both arms towards your buttocks. Now swing the arms forward and jump up as you push. Okay, make sure that you are keeping your knees nice and soft for the landing. With each landing, just go right back into the jump. Jump squats. Stand with your
But we didn't just do it for 1 year, or 2 years, or 3 years. I've done it for 13 years myself. Some have done it longer. Some haven't done it as long, but they've been doing it for 10. And even if you only did it for 5, but you really took it seriously for 5 years and did it all the time without taking breaks, you would improve dramatically. We would jump until we're so tired that we just can't jump anymore. And when we get injured, we find ways to jump that we can do through our injury, or we do whatever it takes to heal as fast as possible so that then we can get back to jumping. And I know it gets even harder as time goes on because there's more jump programs, there's more trainers, there's more people with opinions on how you should do things. The truth is you don't have to worry about all these complexities. The simple thing you have to keep in mind is become obsessed with jumping and go do it. Pick something and work at it. You will get better. And if you stick to it long enough, you're going to become amazing at it. That's all there is to it. You'll see now that there are people who are coming up in the dump community. Not only are they jumping all the time, they're also training properly, and they have a lot more guidance than people even a few years ago had. It's pretty crazy to see that these people, if they stick with it, are going to be monsters. Way sooner than any of the current dunkers became monsters. If jumping is what you want, pick a program, whoever, pick something, stick to it, and keep going. Continuously jump, keep finding ways to do it, and you will get there. There is gonna be no quick fix. You might get quick fixes in short-term things that add an inch or 2 to your vertical in a short period of time, but long-term you'll have to stick with it, possibly many, many years, maybe a decade, maybe 2, to become elite. And that's just what it takes to become good at something. So to go back to the beginning and just reiterate, become obsessed, stay obsessed, and you'll get there. If you guys are interested, you can go to the link in the description and you can join my program, which is Athletic Blueprint, where I help you go through and make sure you stick to a schedule so that you can get better. If not, there's many other programs out there you can go see. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, a ton more videos coming soon. This is just a snippet.
Or like a tease.
Let's see where this one takes me. Experience more with hard-to-get tables from Chase Sapphire Reserve.
Wow.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
During his dunk session, he's legit. Like, his head is at the rim every time. Dunk Diaries is a collection of the best dunkers at every level, showing you what it takes to make the best dunks of all time. This is what you don't see about dunking.
My name is Connor Barth. I'm 6'4", and I'm a relatively new dunker. I've only been doing it for like a year and a half. My earliest dunk memory is my first dunk. It was like in high school. I used to go work out every morning before school, and my dad was the coach there for the girls team, and I bet him that I could dunk. And I spent about an hour trying, and I finally made one, just barely squeaked it in, and he wasn't watching. So then it took me like another month to actually show him.
16 months ago, Connor, like, I didn't know who he was, but then I saw a video of him. He's just throwing the ball off the back wall and just like punching windmills, doing like 360s off the back wall. And it's like, this is actually like pretty dope. And I think that's like kind of what got him going. A couple people posted him, and then there it goes from there.
I always knew that I had potential, but when I really realized I could be a pro dunker was last year at the dunk camp. I did really well, and I wasn't expecting to be as good as I was, and it just really opened my eyes. I can do this if I just try.
Connor has like a right-left style that's a lot different when it comes to jumping. He's just like so powerful, and he floats, man. Like, he just has like his own thing. He doesn't jump like anybody else does.
The best moment I've had so far dunking is when I hit a crown at dunk camp. It's when you put both your elbows in the basket, but behind your head.
The thing that surprised me about Connor during his dunk session, he's legit. Like, his head is at the rim every time, and he punches the hell out of the ball. His power in his dunks, and just like his style, when he dunks with his right hand, he like dunks the hell out of it, and he doesn't want to hit himself in the face. So every time, if you like show the replay, he's putting his face out of the way so he's not knocking himself out with the ball. And then there was one that stuck out, and it happened in the beginning. He just walked up casually, went behind the back, and just punched it left-handed. It was just so like nonchalant, so chill, and he just punched it.
My signature dunk is the win off the wall. The win is when you have the ball bounce and it goes under your leg while you're in the air, but you don't use your front hand to push it through, and then you're only catching it with one hand on the back side of your leg. No one else has done it yet. It's only been done once, and that was me. And I haven't done it since then either. My holy grail dunk, there's a couple, but a 360 win off the wall, and then the bounce dunk is one of them. The dunker I respect the most is probably Jordan Kilgannon, and his passion for it and how just obsessed he is with it is contagious, and I mean, that's why he is so good.
The dunker that Connor reminds me of is the guy that I grew up with. Is the guy Tim Lowe, and this is like early Team Flight Brother days. And they're both just like goofy guys. Like, you'll walk next to them and they just look clumsy. Then all of a sudden they plant their feet and jump out the building.
So my short-term goals when it comes specifically to dunking is getting physically totally healthy. I train 6 days a week, lots of like flexibility, things like that. My long-term goal is not to be the best dunker, but to be the highest jumping dunker that there's been. I want to do a legit shoulder hang on 10 feet without a pull-up. So 55-inch vert is what I need for that.
Goals I have for Connor, I'd like to see like some consistency with a few of his dunks. And I'd like to see
55-inch. I want to do a legit shoulder hang on 10 feet without a pull-up. So 55-inch vert is what I need for that.
Goals I have for Connor, I'd like to see like some consistency with a few of his dunks, and I'd like to see like him get like kind of pissed off, like get that edge or that chip on his shoulder to see him like be better than the next person, because he has idols that are friends. I'd like to see him get like kind of mad and want to beat them in a contest.
2 years from now, I see myself having done the shoulder hang and having about a 54, 55-inch running vert. And then from there, I just want to help dunking grow more on the actual business side of things. And I'm just trying to make people realize that dunking is a sport and it is its own thing, and I'm gonna do it.
I need 110 more reps. Probably gonna stop actually after 400 right now and go eat something. So I have a lot of time, so I should be good. Start at 9. Actually, no, I'm starting now. Starting now. Finish this real quick. Eat, come back, eat, and shit.